everybody. Today is Monday. That means it's time for family movie night. And this week I'm going to be super busy with the Sundance Film Festival. And so I was trying to think of a good family oriented film that has sort of a Sundance vibe to it. And I thought of a lot of different films, but I don't know, wasn't coming up with, I'd already done 2 documentaries the last 2 weeks. So I was trying to think of something else. And then it occurred to me, I'm like, what was one of the biggest hits of all time out of Sundance? It was definitely family friendly. And it's a movie I really love called Napoleon Dynamite. And perfect time to talk about Napoleon Dynamite for family movie night. Napoleon Dynamite came out in 2004 when I was actually on my mission for my church. And it was very popular amongst Latter-day Saints. And so people, you got to see it. You've got to see it. It's, it's set in Idaho. It has sort of a Idaho-Utah kind of flavor to it. A lot of the jokes are things that I think a lot of us particularly find funny in here. And so people told me all about it. You got to see it. It's when you get home, because you can't watch movies on your mission. And so I got home and I watched it and I really liked it. I thought it was so funny. I thought it actually lived up to the hype. The 2 movies that lived up to the hype were Napoleon Dynamite and Incredibles. That was 2004 movies. And I thought it was really funny. And it's all humor. It's going to be just subjective. It's very dry. It's very kind of a little bit one note. So if you don't kind of find the humor funny, then it's not going to win you over. And it's just one of those things, you either kind of think it's funny or you don't. And I don't know, I just really like the way that Napoleon talks about things, like when he's like, it's pretty much my favorite animal. It's like a lion and a tiger mixed, bred for its skills and magic, and it's pretty much my favorite. And like things when he's like traveling behind the car and being pulled on his rollerblades. He and Randy have the debate about his tots when Napoleon is grating cheese, and there's like more cheese than you could ever use. Just like little jokes, like I like when he says Japanese scientists placed explosive detonators at the bottom of Lake Loch Ness to blow Nessie out of the water. Sir Godfrey of the Nessie Alliance summoned the help of Scotland's local wizards to cast a protective spell over the lake and its local residents and all those who seek for the peaceful existence of our underwater ally. And this is in his science class, which that's his current event. And I don't know, I think that's funny. And, the thing that's great about Napoleon Dynamite is that I love when Napoleon is how was school? The worst day of my life? The worst day of my life. What do you think? The thing that I think makes Napoleon Dynamite so good, in my opinion, is that Napoleon has a really sad life when you really think about it. He's a misfit. He doesn't really fit in as far as school. He has 2 friends that are also misfits, and he he has, his grandma is his really only caretaker, but she doesn't seem super invested in that. But then she gets injured and she's gone. His uncle is a disaster. His brother is a mess and just basically, addicted to online. He gets rejected pretty badly by the girl he does like in the movie. So all these kind of bad things happen to him. And yet he is content with things in his life. He's always somebody who's going to see the positive, but in his kind of own unique way. He gets pleasure from little things like drawing the ligers, from acquiring skills, helping his friend win the election, learning karate, eating tater tots, just like simple things of life he gets pleasure from. Doing the dance. He doesn't have any inhibitions. He's not embarrassed to be who he is. All those different things. He signs with the Happy Hands Club. He's, eating his tater tots, he's all the different things. And I think that he's just confident with who he is. He doesn't have any problem standing up for Nessie in his science class. He doesn't feel awkward about that. And all that stuff, he is happy and confident with who he is, and he gets pleasure out of small things in life. And I think there's something to be said for that, that makes him a very easy to root for character. Like, we want him to succeed because we have seen all of these hard things happen to him, and he's been a very positive character. And so when it all leads up to the dance for his friend, then it's a very unselfish act, but it's a very joyous act, and it's kind of the culminating climax of why we like Napoleon. And of course, then he kind of gets his happy ending, and it's good. And so I think that's what makes the movie kind of special, beyond the fact that I think it's really funny. So I think it's got a very compelling, interesting character mixed in with all of the silliness. So that's my thoughts on Napoleon Dynamite. I really enjoy it. Let me know what you think, and maybe if you haven't seen it in a while, give it another watch and check it out. I mean, the whole team behind it, made it on a nothing budget, and then it became this huge thing, which is always cool to see. The Hesses and John Heder, and so it was just kind of a moment, and a flash in the pan moment of time, but I really enjoy it. So let me know what you think, and thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll talk to you later. Bye.